And it's Christie and
Michelle.
Michelle.
Okay, I need about another 3 cups of coffee.
Yeah, from 60 by 65 Seasoned Souls coming at you today. We've been recording today on a Sunday, so that's why we're kind of like all over the place a little bit.
Well, we still have some brain cells left, hopefully, to get through this video.
I know it.
So we've covered a lot of subjects lately that are, you know, out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one, it might sound serious to begin with. So we started thinking about, you know, looking back and putting, you know, where we've been, where we're going, and putting pressure on ourselves to do stuff. And, you know, if you sit there and you go, okay, you know, age, you know, fill in the blank, and oh my God, what have I done in my life? And oh my God, have I contributed anything?
What's my legacy?
And how many years left do I have to, you know,
have I slept with enough guys? That's out there. You don't know.
Oh, okay.
You don't know. Maybe somebody just had one guy or one man and he passed away, so you don't know.
Have I tried all the craft beers out there?
Yeah.
It could be anything. Have I been to every, you know, baseball stadium? I don't know.
Right. There's different things.
So, you know, it's, you know, one of those introspective things that, you know, you're just like, okay, where am I at? And, you know, this little snapshot of right now. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and women, I think, even more so than men, put pressure on themselves.
Well, yeah, because we get pressure when we get here.
Everybody thinks that we're, you know, all things to all beings, and so we've already got, you know, that.
And we usually are, because we are pretty awesome.
So we can multitask. Even though here now, multitasking is not.
It's not the rage.
It's not the rage anymore. You know,
what?
Resumes and stuff. Yeah, they tell you don't put multitasking on there.
Oh, that's okay. That sucks. Okay.
So even though we're the best at it,
yeah.
But so we thought we could just take women in general. Well, I think we're pretty good too.
Yeah, no, we are, but women are exceptionally well at it.
Yes. So, you know, introspectively looking back, and you know, I don't think there's any sense or reason to have panic.
Right. This kind of is segueing off of our last video that we did talking about dating, okay, and being online dating and stuff like that. And that's kind of how. You could. This is our conversations on Sunday mornings when we've had 1 or 2 cups of coffee. We start out with one, and then we move to another. Then
it
another.
Morphs.
Yeah, and so that's kind of how we're presenting it to you, because this is how it came to us, and just kind of how it's happened. But anyway, I told Michelle one day, I said, I think I'm going to take Spanish lessons, and so I set it up where I would have a Spanish lesson every day, and I want to be able to learn about blah blah blah. She's like, why are you putting that much pressure on yourself? I'm like, that's a very good point. Why am I putting that much pressure? Because then it's like one more thing you got to do, and it's so
feel bad over I didn't do my Spanish
lesson. Yeah, and then you end up not enjoying it and learning it because you generally want to learn a second language or whatever the reason. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of how we started. And then so the same thing with online dating. You might have been with one person your whole life and he passed away, and now, you know, we're sorry about that happening in your life, but of course. And but you may be wanting to start dating again, and so that is the same thing on this, is putting pressure on yourself to date again.
Right.
You know, you don't really have to, or if you do, you can take it as slow as you want, or you don't have to take it slow at all. You could, you know, I met a lady, Judy and I, we went to our dance class, who was close to 70, I think. She's still working too, and so she said, this is my first time to be out. She said, I took some dance classes and realized that I like dancing, so now I go dancing all the time. And so she asked me and Judy to go with her to another club after we got through with our dance lessons, and man, she was kicking it all night. And so she's discovering herself as well and what she likes, and so she had signed up for dating sites and all that kind of stuff as well. And so that's a lot of pressure to meet somebody. Like, I got to meet somebody by this time, or meet somebody by that time.
Yeah, by the holidays.
Yeah,
it's usually the deadline.
That's usually when you want to cut your throat.
So you know, first of all, just take a look at, you know, okay, where am I at? And you know, it's hard not to look backwards. It's hard not to look forwards. But you know, if you can stay in the present, you know, as much as you can, it helps a whole lot. But you know, start looking at what's your boat right now, and you know, number one, you know, my perspective is, you know, some people do great things, some people do lesser things, but are they, you know, is one more important than the other? And some, you know, because there are a lot of people that they may be, you know, here for this one small thing, and you never know, you know, that your small thing that you've done changed
somebody else's path or somebody else's life. You don't really know that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, don't look back, oh, there's nothing tangible that, shows my success or shows
that I contributed anything
my
to
purpose
or
my reason for being here, whatever.
Yeah. Which brings up, and this is doesn't bring up the same topic, but it kind of is often an offshoot of that. Really, it's not random, but it's about setting goals and stuff like that. When we were young, we were taught to set goals and everything, and I don't know if that's still in or not. I don't really know because I've never been a goal setter. I've never really cared. But some people are all about being goal oriented, and I think that you can be goal oriented without actually saying this is a goal. You just set things in place, benchmarks of where you want to get to, and that's like a goal. But you don't set yourself up for goals and stuff. So when we were talking, we started talking about that part of it as well. Do you set goals? Do you want to set goals? Are you fucking tired of setting goals? You're done with having goals? You don't want to have a goal anymore? I mean,
when we were younger, it's like, okay, I want to be married by such and such date, or I want to have a kid by such and such date, or I want to, be the vice president by such and such date, or be a level 3, blah, 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 blah. And, when you're young, you have a lot more energy. And
because you're just like getting after it and going to get it. You want to make your mark.
A lot of brainwashing on that. Going on as well. So it's kind of like you're not allowed to think for yourself, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And
why do you have goals? And if you do, you guys answer that too. Why, if you do have goals, why? And what do they do? And do they help motivate you? And what are they,
and I think if you do have goals and that works for you, that's great.
Yeah.
If you don't have goals, I think you should say that's okay. That's okay for you too.
No pressure. Either way.
And then, if you do have goals, are they private goals or are they they public goals? And so examine that, because a lot of things that people have goals for, I call them more public. They're public / private goals, because they're usually like big things, milestone things that everybody is made aware of, or you tell everybody about.
Right.
But you can have private goals that you just say to yourself, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to
the proverbial 10 pounds.
The proverbial keeps coming and going.
I don't want to lose it. I want to let it go, because if you lose it, then you're going to try to find it. And I don't want to find it anymore.
I want to take a cooking class, or I want to see.
I want to get a life coach.
I want to do something, and so that may be something you want to share with somebody later on, whatever. But it's okay to have private goals too. That that feeds you, and that makes you feel like
you can actually put on like goals on your like a bucket list. It's not really a goal. It's just a bucket list things that you want.
Well, your bucket list could be considered,
if
your private
that way.
/ personal
absolutely
goals. Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of ways to look at this, and so it's like myself. I'm a bird watcher, and a lot of times in the bird watching world, it's a competitive world, in case you didn't know. So there are people that are always tracking, how many birds do you have? How many birds did they have, that proverbial day? And, I track my birds somewhat. I couldn't even tell you what I have right now, but it's like I was on a trip where they celebrated, people who hit like 1,000 birds, 2,000, birds milestone. And, it is an achievement, because it takes a lot of money, a lot of, attention to get to that point where you start stacking them up.
And your goal may just be learning to wear makeup.
Right.
It just maybe
something
as simple as that, not as detailed as all that.
Right.
And so you may just want to learn how to wear makeup. You may want to learn to start wearing vibrant colors. That may be something you want to change everything about your look. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like a private goal that will be where people that are around you can see that you did, and so that kind of moves into that area. So it's just interesting, but we've realized that we grow up with, well, what are they going to say? And we don't really have a definition of who they are. No one's ever going to be able to tell us who they are. But we grow up with that. And the thing is, it doesn't really matter what anyone says about anything, and this includes your kids. It's about you and how you feel and what you want to do at the time of the area that you're in at your life. Really at any age of your life. My daughter's going to be turning 40, and she's going through some stuff with her life. And so it's really with just any age that you want to do and set things up for. And but you would just gotta, do you want to even set goals? And and this is an important thing too. Michelle and I we were drinking a cup of coffee, and I'm like, well, when you get our age, do you want to set goals to keep yourself from fading away? And she's like, ooh. I don't know, and I'm so because it kind of makes you wonder. Do you set out?
I think for some people that helps them
Yeah,
get from 1 month to the next or 1 year to the next.
could
or,
be. Yeah.
Spend because you can be looking at stretches of time, and Christy can tell you, if I'm not watching, seeing a bird every 5 minutes,
It's insane.
I start
It's
getting
insane around
very
here.
very twitchy, and so I have to fill my time in with birds. But other people may fill their times in with reading books. You may have set for yourself
Yeah.
you're going to read a book a week.
Yeah.
Listen to a book a week type thing.
Or you may set up where you want to meet a man. You want to meet a person of the male persuasion like every week. You just want to get out there and start meeting people.
Right.
You may want to take a dance class. You don't really know. I might want to try to do that. That would get me out of my comfort zone. And I know that whenever my dad had passed away, I stayed in my house for like a year, just mourning the passing of him. And it took a while for me to be able to get out and start being social again. And I joined a social club, which there's lots of those on the internet. Wherever you're at in the area that you are, just look those up. The one that I looked up was a meetup, and they have different groups underneath that. And so that helped to do that as well. And she belongs to an organization with the birding, so she has like a group of stuff like that. But even that, it's still difficult for her sometimes when you get out there because you're gonna have different people. Wherever you go, you're gonna be doing something different and all that. So
I think it's
it can be a challenge.
if goals, using the word goals works for you, that's great. If goal is kind of intimidating to me too. The word.
It is.
So,
I think so too. And they may
so
not be to you.
I like the bucket list idea. Call it a bucket list. Call it my fun my fun I'm going to have, or my learning I'm going to have, or whatever. I think that so the idea is just don't put pressure on yourself that you have to do something, and that there's somebody directing you at what you have to do.
Yeah.
So it's
I have to do this before I die situation.
Right. That was the places you have to see before
Not
you,
really.
you die, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, you get to identify what
It's
you
important
want
to
to
you.
do, when
Yeah.
you want to do it, how
Yeah.
you want to do it, and it's all about that.
Yeah, and it's definitely you don't want to put if you put because this is the thing. This is one thing that Michelle and I started talking about when we wanted to do this vlog. I said I don't want it to be work, and I said, that is my biggest thing. Now I do understand there are some things that we do have to do that's working to get launched, to meet the person that needs to do our editing. There's a lot that goes
or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into this, way more than what I thought and what she thought. But we're learning along the way. However, I don't want the video part of it to ever be work. I said I don't want it to get to where we have to say, oh my God, I got to go video this week, all that. It needs to be something that's fun and spontaneous, which is because that's reflective of who we are. So we don't set any goals about that. We just set out there, we spit it out in the universe. We want to do this many videos a month and have them in the queue, and then that's what we do. We come up with topics and we talk about them. Right. And usually there are conversations we've already had, and we just kind of rehash them and stuff. So anyway.
So let us know your ideas on this.
Please.
What you do in your world.
Yeah.
Do you set goals? Don't set goals? Do you use a bucket list? Do you feel pressure to do something at this age, or leave something behind at this age too? So.
Yeah,
we'd love to hear that, and we do have something else to pitch to you.
Oh yeah, we got into the product. These little bars, you can get these at your favorite box store. That's where we get them at, and
health food stores, etc.
Yeah, these are great. They're like 200 calories, and they're really good in the morning with coffee. I like them real well with coffee. I usually have one once a morning and all that. They do have a high carb count, so if you're watching your carbs, then this would be something you would have in the morning so you can burn all day.
They have a lot of fiber in them too.
Yeah, they do. They do have a lot of fiber. Anyway, they're like a natural ingredient products. They have really good stuff in here on it. We both like the raspberry. We've tried others, but we always kind of come back to this one, kind of like it the best, and it gives it a good little snap to the granola and all that. So anyway, if you have a chance, try these out. You can get them in a smaller box. These are a 10. I think you can get 6 a box,
something like that. 6
yeah. And so you can get smaller boxes. I think they come in blueberry, fig, raspberry. I don't know what else.
Regular fig, lemon,
So. Anyway, so you might want to give these a try out. This is one of the things that we both like a lot, and you may like them too. So if you try them, let us know if you do like them. If not, so just let us know. But anyway, so check those out. All right, when you get a chance,
give us some feedback on that.
Yeah, and you can reach us on our Facebook page or our Instagram account or on our webpage, which will all be displayed after this video.
Send us an email.
Yep, absolutely. And you can please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like it, subscribe to it. It helps us get us up in the ranks. We do appreciate all that too, and our friends and family that are supporting us with all this. Of course, they're kind of used to us being kind of
haven't told some of my family about this yet.
Okay.
We'll see when we
how
go
it
there.
goes. Anyway.
So if you have any burning questions you want to get over to us, have us tackle, or comments, please send them on.
Yeah, please send us an email. We'd like to hear from you guys. And just general, like to hear from you all together too. So anyway, so these are the conversations we've had this week. We hope you guys enjoy them and feel like we're just sitting here talking to you, because that's kind of what we're doing.
Yep, and we'd love to hear back from you.
Yeah.
And check us out.
Absolutely.
Like I say, we're worldwide now.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're
Yes,
everywhere.
we are.
Yeah. Okay, this is Christie and Michelle.
See you next time.
All right, 60 by 65. You guys take care.
Bye.